Today I'm going to talk about the XBA, and stay tuned to the end. I'm giving some shout outs and some thank yous to members and donors. And I had one person donate via PayPal who was recommended to the channel by Sports and Fitness Rants, which is interesting because I'm actually going to incorporate something that Sports and Fitness Rants said recently into this podcast. He said something about the joy of watching people give it their all, giving effort, whether yesterday's athletes are physically superior or inferior. It was nice to watch people give it their all. And it's a great point. You could have the most muscle-bound freak ever on that NBA court, and if they aren't trying very hard, that's not very fun to watch. I mean, sure, there'll be a play here and there that they decide to explode for, but geez, that just further emphasizes that they're only trying part of the time. And the timing of it was funny because I'd been wondering what would it take to get the NBA back to when people liked watching it, to when people were competing. Yeah, in this in-season tournament further made me think about that because they're trying to incentivize people who are already overly incentivized. And you see how they're responding. You know, they just are acting like entitled brats. I don't know if you guys can hear that Rottweiler in the background. I can't get him to shut up. I'm sorry. I'm trying to filter out the sound, but he just won't stop. He's got hold of my arm even as I try and do this podcast. So my point, God damn it, hold on. Like, I think these guys are overpaid. You know, what motivates someone more than need, you know? Someone who really needs something. These guys don't lack for anything. And please don't give me they got to get paid. You know, the owners make this and that and the other thing. Take the money away from all of them then. But don't keep saying that people that behave this way deserve more money just because of this, that, and the other thing. It's clearly not resulting in a good product to watch. So what about something like the XFL, where they gave guys who were just looking for a shot? How many people would tune in to the XBA just because we miss seeing people who are willing to give it their all? And there are so many athletes out there in the world. There are so many impressive people out there. It's not like you'd be bored. You know, just because it's not the image that the NBA has told you that you should like looking at doesn't mean that it won't be fun and entertaining basketball. I'm sure it would be pretty amazing. And they would give a shit. They would actually care because it's their big chance. Do not pay them much. Do not pay them much. You know, you can give them a respectable salary, but you know, something to keep them hungry. Something to keep them hungry. And sure, if they win it all, they can have a bonus. But like the guys in the NBA make so much that any bonus is almost laughable. I don't think the NBA would ever let such a thing come into existence. I don't think Adam Silver would ever let it come into existence. I mean, he's already trying to expand this garbage internationally. So I guess this just comes down to me wondering if you guys would tune in for it. You know, if the XBA existed, would you be into it? In fact, is this what we're all begging for? You know, the haters that come on here and call me a hater and say, why don't you just stop watching? Well, because we used to love the NBA and it's hard to let go of something that you love. But this would give us something to run to. This would help us turn off the NBA and go and watch what we want. And that's why Adam Silver could never let this happen. But the question at the end of this is, would you guys watch? I mentioned the in-season tournament, so I have to ask you guys if you noticed, because I had the audio on briefly in the Lakers-Kings game, and I heard them complimenting the in-season tournament, and said, the guys really look like they're trying. And the other announcer's like, yeah, I think this is working. It's really working. And did anyone else notice this? It sounded really unnatural. And it sounded like the script came down from Adam Silver that says, hey, mix in between constantly talking about what LeBron is doing in year 21, talk about how the in-season tournament is a great idea and how it's working. Anyone notice that? Okay, some shout outs. I want to thank my members, new and old. I have some new ones. I want to thank some of my old members who upgraded to the new fan levels I created. That was a suggestion by somebody. I'm sorry, my short-term memory is garbage, so forgive me for not remembering your name, but I do see that MLJ the Shield upgraded a level, and I see that Hurricane Swish 85 upgraded a level. You don't get much more with these levels. They're basically just ways to show your appreciation. James Williams gave a couple of pretty big super chat thank yous. I remember someone was making a joke about it. I think a kind jest, not a mean one. But I thought the joke was when I saw the CA on the screen that he was saying California money doesn't go very far. So that's why it wasn't a very big donation. CA is in California, but no, it's Canadian dollars. And it was actually a couple of fantastic donations. Thank you, James. Shamos. Man, I hope I'm saying that right. That's not clear. Shamos with 2 super thank donations. Awesome, man. Thank you very much for that. G Tracy 82. James Williams again. And G Tracy 82 again. One Hawk. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. None of the above 101. Thread Stalker. That sounds like a new one. Thank you, Thread Stalker. All right. I'll catch you guys on the next one.